Well, it's a very sensitive issue, so I can't go into too much
Thanks, Vic. I
detail.
appreciate your help.
But what I can say, it's only broadcast when 3 or more people find a dead body for the first time.
So everybody was in Taka's, you know...
That didn't answer our question, man. We're asking if you're a lazy bum.
A lot. it's
actually, that
so
was
much
plenty.
to explain.
Huh?
He said it's only broadcast when a body is discovered for the first time, which means even if we find the same body again later, he won't make the announcement again. If that's true, then why was the announcement made again later on?
Huh? Later on?
Exactly. We heard the body discovery announcement
Because it was
twice.
Taka and Ifumi. Second body discovery announcement was the first time players found each body in the nurse's office and equivalent. Second one was when... Shit.
I got it!
Yeah. That was...
We heard it a second time in the repository, when we rediscovered the 2 bodies.
So Hifumi wasn't dead, you dumbass.
It didn't
He
seem
literally
weird
came
at the
back to
time,
life.
but it contradicts what Monokuma just told us, doesn't it?
Exactly. If we were actually rediscovering both bodies, the announcement shouldn't have played.
And in reality,
Hifumi
when the
wasn't
2
dead.
dead bodies were rediscovered, one of them was actually being discovered for the first time.
So, when we found Hifumi the first time in the nurse's office,
He wasn't dead, yes.
he wasn't
Finally,
actually
God.
dead yet.
That took way too long for them to think, for them to
Meaning
figure it
he
out.
wasn't actually found dead until we came upon him in the repository.
And that's just part of it. There's one other thing that leads me to believe he was
Because
still
he
alive in
fucking
the nurse's
got up
office.
and talked to Hina. What else is there?
I know! Because he was super good at playing dead! Bada bing, bada boom!
He literally got up and talked
That
to
is the
Hina.
worst logic I have ever. But honestly, I do not think there's anything that can prove he was still alive.
Okay then, let's take another look
Am
at
I
the events
wrong?
surrounding the
Did he
discovery
did
of
he
his
not
body.
get up? Like did
Then
he
it
not
should
literally
become
get up
clear
and
whether
talk
he
to
was
Hina?
really alive or not.
This whole thing is pointless.
Celeste. He literally got up and fucking told people. Oh, that too. Yeah. Okay. Or was that before? Am I wrong? I'm probably wrong.
Well, here's one thing we do know. The first time we found Hifumi's body was in the nurse's office. And then, while me and Celeste were in the bathroom, his body disappeared.
Charlie went through the
And the
diagram
next
thing.
time we saw his body, it was in the repository.
Right, okay. And
But
then,
when you
like,
compare his body before being moved and his body after being moved, other than the change in how it was positioned,
fuck. I should have waited a little longer.
Shoot!
That's okay. I mean, like, still, though,
well,
that
here's one
should
thing. The
be
first
a
time we
big
found
factor,
him,
you know?
then his body disappeared.
And the next time, it was in.
But when you
I
compare
like- I
his
like
body
the
before
actor's
being
high-pitched
moved,
voice.
and other than the change, there was no notable difference.
Nope. I should have waited. I should have waited
No,
another
it's
second.
wrong.
I'm done. Break.
In fact, there was one clear difference between Hifumi in the nurse's office and the repository. His glasses. That fact alone proves that he was only playing dead in the beginning.
Right. Yeah.
Perhaps you'd like to fill the rest of us in?
Sure. Okay.
When we found Hifumi in the nurse's office,
I should
when
be
we
doing
found
that,
him
you're right.
again later in the repository, they were spotless. And I found the item he used to wipe them clean in the nurse's office trash can.
I wonder what it was. I wonder what he used to clean his glasses. Maybe it's the
got
glasses
it.
cleaning cloth?
It was
Why
a
do they
glasses
even have to
cleaning
make you
cloth
choose that?
featuring a certain cartoon mascot. One look at the bloodstain on the cloth should make things clear. This piece of
It was a
cloth was
cartoon,
used
it
to
was
wipe
anime.
Hifumi's glasses clean.
Makoto.
And the mascot on the cloth is the same one that's on the digital camera, right? And whose digital camera was it? Hifumi's, of course.
The character was Princess Piggles from Demon Angel Pretty Pudgy Princess, I think.
Because it should be wacky.
I
Right?
highly doubt anyone but Hifumi would have brought something like this to school.
I
Wow.
see your point. And the only people here who wear glasses are...
Hifumi
I
and
wouldn't be
Byakuya.
caught dead using a tacky piece of garbage like that.
A few tissues is all I need to keep my glasses clean.
Then there's no question. It belonged to Hifumi.
Anime Makoto, gosh.
What I'm saying is, the blood on his glasses was wiped away using his own glasses
That's
cleaning
obvious.
cloth.
They should not. They didn't need to go through that dialogue.
Even if
Like,
that
it's
is
obvious
true,
that he
it
did
does
it.
not mean he wiped the blood off himself.
Okay, Celeste, why are you arguing
Who
so
would
much?
benefit from a clean pair of glasses other than the glasses
Celeste,
owner?
why are you, I don't like how she's arguing so much.
That's a good point.
I don't want her to be the killer.
It must have been him.
I don't want her to be the killer, dude.
So let's assume that Hifumi was still alive in the nurse's
she's
office.
being very suspicious, arguing a lot, very contradictory. I don't like it.
He pretends to be dead. Then when he's alone, he wipes his glasses clean so he can see. Then he stands up and walks out on his own 2 feet.
Yup.
And with that, the impossible task of moving his copious corpse becomes possible, wouldn't you say?
Hell yeah.
But then, if he was just pretending to be dead, what was with all that blood? Was it paint or something?
Oh shit. In the fridge.
The fridge in the nurse's office contains packs of
shit.
blood for emergencies.
So why did he
Probably
do that?
used one of those.
He figured if he was gonna play dead, he should go all out. So he just dumped it everywhere.
Why did he do that though?
But he got crazy with it and had to wipe his glasses off when he was done. God, what an idiot.
And if Hifumi was still alive at that point, the disappearance of Taka's body is easily
Did
explained.
Hifumi use it?
It should be perfectly obvious who must have moved Taka's corpse.
Was it Hifumi? No, shit. I chose the wrong one.
Shoot!
Okay. I used the wrong one.
I got it! It could only
It
have
was
been
Taka.
Hifumi.
What the
While
fuck?
we were all gathered in the nurse's office, he went to the equipment room and took Taka's body.
Why did
That
he
also
do
explains how the door to the repository got locked.
that? Why, in
door
the,
was
why in
locked?
the world did he do that?
Well, after the bodies disappeared, we all went looking for them,
But
right?
where did the hammer come from?
So me and Sakura
Did
headed
he
for
do
the
it?
repository. But when we got there, the door was locked.
And the repository door can only be
What
locked
the
from
fuck
the
is
inside.
going on?
Which means when Hina and Sakura got to the repository, someone was already inside.
And it could only have been Hifumi, who just finished stashing Taka's body there.
Finished stashing.
He convinced us all he was
He was
dead.
just finished
and when he saw his
stashing.
chance, he dragged Taka's body to the
Why?
repository. So, Hifumi wasn't just another victim
What?
in this case. He was one of the assailants.
What the fuck, Hifumi?
But that means
Oh, he killed-
took part in the murders.
He killed Taka.
I just can't
Because
believe
of,
it.
he killed Taka because of,
If you're having trouble, would you like me to show
Alter
you
ego.
one more piece of evidence?
Oh, shit. So he killed him?
Oh, absolutely. The single biggest fact pointing to his involvement has yet to be revealed.
Alter ego.
You know what I'm talking about, right, Makoto? The item he took off of
Oh, no,
Taka's
the-
lifeless body?
The note. Oh my god, holy shit.
I got it!
Huh? This is insane,
You're
dude.
talking about
I was
the
not
note
expecting
Hifumi
Hifumi
had
to do
hidden
it.
away, aren't you?
Hidden note?
That's right. We found it stuffed in his pants.
Yeah.
What? In his pants?
Yes, his pants.
His pants.
Okay, well, forget about the pants for now. Take a look at what the
Yes,
note
his
says.
pants. Sakura is definitely one of my favorite characters. Like, if not my favorite. I love all these characters, dude, except for Hifumi. Good thing he's dead. I like Byakuya because he's an interesting character. I hated Hifumi because he was just like the pervert, you know what I mean?
Ah, that's the note I was telling you about. The one that told me where to go. Huh? Wait, this one's a little different. In my note it said, Monokuma can't find out, so don't tell anyone else for now. Let's meet in the rec room at 1 a.m.
I see. Then this note isn't the same one Hero got.
It's not the same?
In other words, the killer got in touch with another person besides Hero. And that person could only have been... I got it!
Me.
That's right! Taka!
You're right. Just like, imagine the whole time Makoto's like arguing against it, you know, like trying to figure out the case, and all of a sudden he's like, there's only one person that could have done it. It was me. I did it. I killed him. Like,
the killer used this note to draw out Taka and murder him.
Hello? Over here! Objection! Objection! I don't really
Objection.
understand what's going on, but Hifumi had that letter, right? So whoever wrote it wasn't drawing out TikTok, they were drawing out Huffy! Just to be clear.
oh, it's like, what the fuck?
TikTok is Taka and Huffy is Hifumi, right?
Huffy.
Ugh! Yes! Why must you ruin it every time?
Genocide Jack is seriously scary, but still, I can't let her get to me. Oh shit, is this a... Okay, no, I thought it was gonna be a, like a bullet thing. Oh, God. I thought it was gonna be the game, like the tempo game against fucking Genocide Jack.
Huffy had the note, right? Then the person it was
Wait, how do I
intended
switch?
for
Shit.
must have been Huffy!
Okay.
But remember what the note said. What time did it say to meet?
6 a.m., I believe.
The time doesn't matter! The note has nothing to do with TikTok!
That does! Oh, I
No,
fucking...
that's wrong.
I fucking threaded the needle there. Did you see that? I should have silenced that thing.
No, there absolutely is a connection.
I definitely should have. I definitely should have. I got lucky there.
The note said to meet at 6 a.m., which is the same time Taka was murdered.
Taco.
We've already proven that using his wristwatch. But there's more. Look where the note says to meet. The equipment room, right?
Which is where Taka was killed. I see.
So there is somebody
So,
else.
Taka was murdered at both the time and place written in the note. I think that should be plenty to show that this note was definitely meant for Taka.
Right.
Well, when you put it like that... No further objections!
I love her.
Then someone used that note to trick Taka. Just the same as me. The culprit really is a cold-blooded monster. Telling people they found a way out.
But if they gave the note to Taka, what was Hifumi doing with it?
Good point.
Stuffed down his pants, no less!
Most likely, Hifumi stole it off Taka's corpse after he died.
Huh? He stole it?
Why? I mean, if Hifumi's the killer, what happens if the killer dies? Like, what happens if both of them die?
Where's your proof? Go ahead, show us.
Go on, Naegi. Because of the ripped herb. Yeah. Like, what happens if they both die? Like, you
When
know,
I
whatever
searched Taka's
circumstances
body,
that may be.
I saw that his lifeless hand was gripping a small scrap of paper. If I'm right about this, the sheet of paper this piece came from is... I knew it! It fits perfectly with the note we found hidden
You
on
should have done that
Hifumi.
earlier, dumbass.
Then Taka's scrap
Oh, excuse me. The
and
hiccups.
Hifumi's note...
Yup. They're from the
Yup.
same piece of paper.
Hifumi had the note meant for Taka, while Taka's corpse still grasped a small piece of that note. There's only one way to explain it.
Taka died clutching the note. Hifumi tried to free the note from his death grip, leaving behind only one small scrap.
One small scrap.
Did I get all that right?
That
Thanks,
means
Sakura. I love
Hifumi
Sakura.
knew the note was important.
Exactly. Which proves that he was an accomplice in the murder.
Whoa. Yeah. After seeing all this, Hifumi was super involved in this whole thing for sure. In fact, he was behind the whole thing. In fact, he's still alive!
That's not true.
Sorry, no.
Fucking Hero's such a dumbass. He's so stupid.
When we found him in the repository, Hifumi was truly
Then
and
who killed
completely
Hifumi?
dead. The second body discovery announcement proves that.
So then, who killed Hifumi?
That's what I want to know.
Whoever did is the mastermind, the true killer.
He was killed in the repository. So he must have been
Yeah, what the
killed not
fuck?
long
What-
after
who's the
transporting
per- what
Taka's
happened?
body.
I'm so confused. What happened with the...
So, he must have been killed after Taka's body.
During that time, we'd all split up and were searching for Taka's missing body.
Okay.
In other words, during that time, none of us have alibis.
Oh, shit.
Wait, but me and Sakura were together. Stop trying to steal the spotlight, you stupid walrus! Who are you calling a walrus?
Anyway, when they were killed bothers me too. But there's something that's been bothering me even more.
What is it, Hero?
And what might that be?
The weapon they used to kill Hifumi.
The weapon?
Yeah, because I mean, according to the Monokuma file, the way Taka and Hifumi were killed was almost the same, with them having similar fractures and all. But Justice Hammer 3 and 4 were still laying around in the nurse's office and equipment room, right?
Maybe he's not that much of an idiot.
So if Hifumi was killed in the repository, the culprit would have had to grab one of the hammers, kill Hifumi, then put the hammer back where they found it.
The spotless hammer.
But wouldn't that be seriously risky for him?
I'm surprised. It seems there's some semblance of a brain knocking around that skull of yours
said it,
after all.
Byakuya.
Hell yeah, it's packed in there good and tight.
He's right, though. I don't
I love
understand
Hero.
it
I take it
either.
back. I love Hero.
The Monokuma file makes it clear that they were killed using similar instruments. But if the hammers were already laying around those other rooms...
So the question is, how could the culprit have gotten their hands on either of the hammers? Personally, I haven't a clue.
It's the
So
spotless
which
hammer.
hammer was used to attack Celeste? Number 1 or number 2?
Those were accounted for in other rooms too. And I don't think either one is big enough to kill someone.
Like, okay, I liked Hero before because he's an interesting character. I didn't, the time that I didn't like Hero was because he was just digging himself a deeper and deeper hole. And I was like, dude, what the fuck? Like, I like him, but like, he was being the biggest moron imaginable. And now that like, we know that he's like kind of in the clear, I'm like, okay, you know, he just said something really smart. So like, you know, I can
Is it
appreciate
not
it.
possible
If
they
he's just
used
going to
a
be the
different
biggest
weapon?
moron on the fucking planet, I'm not going to like him.
I don't
You know
think
what I
it
mean?
is possible.
I still
They
love
were
him.
both
He's a
killed with the
goofy
same
character.
kind
I
of
love him
thing,
a lot.
right?
I didn't expect him to be like the dumbass, you know what I mean? I always thought he was kind of smart, but I guess not.
So then, what was used to kill Hifumi?
A spotless hammer. Gotcha. I know what it is. Spotless hammer. Yup. Hero does that thing right here. I like Hero because his last name, or I guess his first
What
name,
was
I don't
used
know.
to kill Hifumi? Was it Justice Hammer 3?
It's the same name as one of my
Maybe
favorite
Justice
characters from
Hammer 4.
My Hero Academia.
Well, whatever it was, there's one thing we have to figure out. How was the culprit able to move around so freely with the weapon?
He didn't.
How did nobody witness them carrying it? Sounds like a Justice Hammer 5 is about to make its appearance!
Fuck. Okay.
Shoot!
I'm gonna watch the whole thing. I need to stop doing that.
What was used? Was it just maybe just
It might be the
well,
It might be just the
There's
first.
one, how was the culprit? How did nobody... Sounds like a Justice Hammer! Check out murdergear.com/hammertime for more info!
Well, one thing seems pretty clear. The murder weapon had to be one of the Justice Hammers.
Yeah, that's it. Okay. I should have just continued. I can't. I have to stop doing it right away when I think I have the right answer. It's dumb of me.
The murder weapon wasn't a Justice Hammer at all. No, it was something completely different.
But seriously? A different weapon?
Specifically, a hammer from the repository. The killer... Now, all the hammers in the repository were covered in flecks of grit and debris. But for some reason, one of them had been scrubbed clean. And the reason it had been scrubbed clean was most likely because it was used to commit murder. If the hammer got covered in Hifumi's blood, of course they'd have to clean it
All right,
off.
we're getting closer and closer here. It's almost been like
I'd
an
also
hour.
like to point out that the repository has all kinds of hammers. Big ones, small ones.
red
and
ones,
even some
blue
flat
ones.
mallet-like ones. I think whoever made the Justice Hammers used those as a basis for their design.
I mean, it's obvious they
If
just
that's
took
true,
them and painted them.
that would explain the Monokuma file's note about the wounds being similar.
So Hifumi moved Taka's body to the repository, where someone then used the hammer to kill him.
And whoever did that is the true killer. The one Hifumi was working with. And the one who betrayed him.
Hold on a moment. I still think it's strange to assume someone was working together with the way the graduation rule works. There is no benefit to helping someone else carry out a murder.
Maybe they both had an idea. Maybe they were
So
both
the
looking to
idea
betray each other.
that anyone would work together like that
Like
is
they were
simply
working
ludicrous.
together, but
We
one of them was
talked
going to
about
betray one of them. Ah, God damn it! I hate this. Just tossing it. What? Looks like I might have to do one of those things. Okay.
Based on the rules that have been laid out for us, even if more than one person is complicit in the murder, only the one who actually carried out the act can graduate and survive. Assuming the rule holds true, it is simply impossible that two people work together on this.
That is how the rule was explained to us.
But that only really applies if there's one murder, right? In this case, however, there were two murders.
I'm gonna take this. I didn't get it.
Based on the rules that have been laid out for us,
Two
even
murders.
if more than one person is complicit in the murder, only the one who actually
think I know what it
carried
is.
out the act.
Assuming the rule holds true.
That is.
But that only really
In this case, however, there were two murders.
Yeah, give it to me. Okay. It's the fact that there's two murders, but there's no chance.
Based on the rules, even if more than one person, only the one who actually carried out. Assuming
The rule holds true.
Yeah, first try.
No, that's
baby.
wrong.
Okay. Fuck yeah. Oh man, this
Since
part
there were
is so
two
stressful.
murders, it's at least plausible that more than one person was involved.
What do you mean?
If there'd only been one murder, then yes, the idea of an accomplice isn't really worth considering. Naturally, if only one person can be saved per murder, an accomplice has no risk versus reward benefit.
Risk versus reward benefit?
How do you not know what that means, Makoto?
The payoff for working together. The reward that balances out the risk of taking part in a scheme.
Okay.
There's no point in being someone's accomplice if there's no benefit to you.
Right.
However, if there were some potential mutual reward for the risk,
Oh.
then cooperation
The
becomes
mutual
possible.
reward was the
You're
mutual
saying
reward
that two
is
people could act as each other's accomplices to
alter
commit
ego.
two separate murders.
I was talking Hifumi, the two people who are interested in.
I think that's what the true killer told Hifumi.
in.
They would each
you
have
know,
an accomplice for their crime.
They wanted alter ego.
And based on the case's events, Hifumi would have been the first one to act, murdering Taka.
Damn, I didn't think Hifumi would do that.
They made him carry out the first murder so he couldn't back out of helping them later on.
I can't wait to finish this game so I can like
So in
actually
this
look
case,
into
there
things and not be
wasn't one
spoiled.
single
Like go on
person
like the
committing
wiki and like look
multiple
up like
murders.
facts and stuff. You know what I mean? I can't wait to
Instead,
finish this game
each person killed someone,
so I can like look up stuff
creating
about it.
two separate incidents. And it only looked like one person because that's how the true killer designed it to look. A single suspicious individual,
Right.
a similar weapon used in
So there
each
is a
crime,
true mastermind.
disappearing bodies. By creating one
can't either.
seamless
I
set
can't
of
wait to finish this
circumstances, they made it look like one person was behind it all.
The mastermind picked their target and managed to convince him to go along with their plan. And then, to avoid the no accomplices rule, they simply killed their accomplice. Which, if true, means that betraying Hifumi was part of the plan from the very beginning.
I mean, Hifumi's not
That's just
smart himself. So
awful.
like, you know,
How could anyone be so cruel?
I don't really,
You think so?
you know.
I can't help but admire its cunning. Still, their choice of accomplice seems odd.
Murders are the same. Main characters are the same. So like you said, not to look at this as a series of connected events, but entirely separate incidents. Kyoko really is amazing, although when you think about it, she's almost too amazing. It's almost like unnatural how good she
I
is.
understand how an accomplice could be involved. But then, who was the one pulling Hifumi's strings?
Oh shit.
That's problem numero uno right now.
Was it alter ego? Based until now, the way the case is unfolded, if you consider all that, at least one person seems to fit. Wait. Whoa. One person seems to fit. Kyoko, right? Oh, Celeste. Oh god, who? Who is it? Shit. I'm gonna go Celeste.
Here's my answer.
Oh shit, is it Celeste?
It was Celeste.
So I'm the suspicious
Holy
individual now. I really do hate this kind of
No,
joke.
please don't let it be Celeste.
A joke? I wonder.
Please don't let it be Celeste. I love her.
So what you are saying then is that I specifically chose to
Oh,
work
because
together
of the whole
with
fucking
Hifumi.
thing before with them.
The idea that I would choose to spend any amount of time interacting with him, that I would go within 10 feet of that shit from brains, that lazy, worthless, goddamn idiot!
Ooh, I love her.
Pardonnez-moi.
Just to be clear, there is evidence to
Is she
support.
German or French?
Is that so?
It is. Throughout the investigation, there was certain behavior that was common only to the two of you. Considering what we've learned so far, it only further proves that the two of you were working together.
Encountering this screaming.
I got it! The behavior they had in common has to do with the suspicious individual in the suit, doesn't it? The only ones who ever actually saw Robo-Justice firsthand were
shit,
Celeste and Hifumi.
Shush. The adults are talking now.
What the fuck?
Sorry.
As he said,
What a
only
jerk.
Celeste and Hifumi
What the
ever laid
fuck,
eyes on the
Byakuya?
costumed
Hello?
individual.
What an asshole.
If we accept that Hifumi was one of the culprits, we can't help but suspect what Celeste has said
To
as
your
well.
face.
Are you saying everything
I mean, her last
they
name is
told us
Ludenberg.
was
That
a
sounds like a
lie?
pretty German name to me. I don't know, though. I don't know what
After
she is.
taking Hifumi to the nurse's office, we all began our search for this
And
individual,
her accent
correct?
sounds vaguely German. I don't know.
And not too long after that, do you remember what Celeste
I might be
said?
wrong. Someone moving around at the top of this. Oh.
We headed to the second floor specifically because of what she claimed to have seen. Next, to draw us all to the physics lab up on the third floor,
She let out a blood-curdling scream.
and when we'd all come to see what was wrong, what was it she said?
I saw him, the strange costume man. He ran off as soon as the screen was blocking the stairs, so we hit it third down the hallway. Oh, shit.
Once she'd done her job of getting us all up to the physics lab, it was time for her partner to get to work.
Did she put on the costume? Holy shit.
It
Holy
was to
shit.
get us to divide into two groups. So that we would discover both bodies at the same time?
In fact, Celeste was
Please
precisely
don't
the
tell
one
me
who
it's
proposed
Celeste.
that
I
we
love
split up.
Celeste. Oh my god. So, no!
Well,
be so sad if it's her. I'm
Celeste
gonna be
and
so fucking
Hifumi
sad
were
if it's
working
Celeste.
together, all those chance events suddenly And on top of that, that piercing cry of yours early
She's
on.
not talking.
That was to signal
Doria!
Hifumi, wasn't it? It was your way of telling him, we're on the third floor. Everything's going according to plan.
Oh, fuck.
Why else would you let out a scream
Shit.
that could have carried across the sea?
I just realized another
Celeste,
strange thing.
no.
When we found Hifumi in the nurse's office, who we now know was only pretending to be dead,
Celeste was the one that left.
Celeste, you were the first one to say he'd been murdered.
Oh.
You wanted to make sure we wouldn't have any doubt in our minds.
No. No.
I don't believe it. Everything.
No.
The whole thing was one big act.
Celeste.
Hina, you were with Celeste when Hifumi's body disappeared, right?
No.
Yeah. I was feeling kinda sick, so Celeste took me to the bathroom. Wait! Then that was...
Celeste!
She wasn't worried about you. She just saw a chance to help Hifumi sneak out of the nurse's office.
Each piece isn't much by itself, but start putting them together and the picture gets very ugly indeed. Wouldn't you agree, Celeste?
I have no idea what you mean.
Don't bother trying to deny it. You made one fatal mistake.
Oh, did I?
I didn't even catch it myself when you first said it, but looking back, I can say that that one little slip-up was your undoing.
What are you talking about?
I'm talking about what you said after Hifumi's body disappeared and we returned to the nurse's office.
Celeste, no! You must really be enjoying the sight of us standing around frightened and confused. We're all going to die here. We're going to die just like those guys died.
I remember her saying that too, but I don't understand what's so strange about it.
Then pay attention. Sakura, Toko, and I were first to discover Taka's body in the equipment room. Then Makoto showed up and told us Hifumi had been killed. So Sakura and I left with Makoto. Once we were in the hall, we ran into Celeste, and the four of us headed to the nurse's office. Now, the entire time we were together, none of us said anything about Taka being dead.
Oh, shit.
Think about it. Celeste's comment doesn't make sense. It was completely out of place.
Yeah, I see what you're talking about. Although I don't really get what it means.
You hear that, Celeste? Everyone's having some trouble understanding. Could you repeat what you said?
Celeste!
If you're really not the culprit, you shouldn't have any problem repeating it, right?
Parker said that Celeste's comment doesn't make any sense. What is he alluding to? What? Wait, what? What?
All I said was... They must really be enjoying this. Enjoying the sight of us standing around, frightened and confused. They must be positively elated. We are all going to die here. We are going to die, just like those guys died. And that is all I said.
And that's all it takes to finish this. It's obvious, isn't it? What was so strange about Celeste's comment?
She said those guys.
All I said was...
Here, I
They
think
must really be enjoying the sight of us. They must be... We are going to die. And that is all I...
And that's all it takes. What was so strange about Celeste's comment?
All I said... They must really be enjoying the sight of us. They must be... We are all going to die here.
We are going to die. Just like...
Yeah!
No, that's wrong.
She didn't know about Taka's death. It was Celeste.
That's right. There's no reason Celeste should have said, just like those guys died. When she said that, none of us had told her Taka was dead.
Exactly. And we did, so there was never any chance for her to have seen his body in the equipment room for herself.
So how did you know, Celeste? How did you know more than one person had been killed? And how did you know they were both guys? Because Kyoko had also disappeared, right? So she could have been dead too.
I'm more upset. I'm really upset that Celeste is the killer. Oh, what?
You all have such vivid imaginations. You know that?
Maybe she's not.
Imaginations.
You claim that I was lying when I told you about the suspicious person I saw. Then what about the picture I took? How do you explain this picture of the costumed villain dragging Hifumi away?
They could have easily done it together. Like, you know what I mean?
It has to be some kind of setup, right? So let's put the suit on. And
It doesn't have a timer.
Then she used the camera's timer to...
Have you so quickly forgotten? You are the only one who could have possibly fit into that suit. Plus, I happen to know that this particular camera does not have a timer. In other words, it is an unassailable fact that this is a picture of Hifumi being dragged away. If everything I told you was a lie, how can this picture exist?
Simple. Are we sure that's really a picture of the suspect dragging Hifumi away?
What could you possibly mean by that?
Could be just like...
Surely there are other explanations than the one you've offered up.
No, there is no other explanation.
Hifumi is dragging the suspect away?
I got it!
What?
It's not a picture of the suspect dragging Hifumi away. I would say it's a picture of Hifumi dragging the suspect away.
That's certainly within the realm of possibility. The one being dragged off in that picture isn't Hifumi, but the person in the robot suit. We've simply been led to believe that it's the other way around.
What the
And the
fuck?
strange costume might only exist to lead us astray even farther. If you saw someone wearing something like that in this situation, of course you'd notice and be
Celeste,
suspicious.
isn't it? It's fucking Celeste.
That's what happened! You put me to sleep and made me out to be the bad guy in all this!
Such a thing is utterly impossible. Hifumi was dragging him away? Ridiculous.
Is it? I don't think it's ridiculous at all.
Then shut your mouth and allow me to educate you.
Oh. Shut your mouth. Is that really possible? Hello? Make your argument again. God, there's like fucking 10 of these. What is it?
You dressed me up in that suit after I passed out!
Have you seen the game?
Then you just draped me across Hifumi and had him carry my weight! You tried to make me look like the bad guy!
Like I said, ridiculous. As you can see in the picture, the suspect is standing perfectly upright. If the person inside the suit was unconscious, there's no way they could stand up straight like that.
Then the fortune-telling idiot is the culprit after all!
No way!
I know, right? Hina said, so did you confirm the waist? Oh.
You dressed me up in that suit after I passed out! Then you just draped me across it. You tried to make me look like the...
Like I said, as you can see in the picture, if the person inside the suit, there's no way they could stand up.
Yeah!
No,
fuck you, Celeste. I'm sorry, I love you. I'm so sad.
No. Even if the person inside the suit were unconscious, they could still stand up like that. Because that Robo-Justice suit had a certain characteristic.
Pretty obvious service.
That's right! They totally made a mistake when they made it, so it couldn't bend at the waist.
I'm not so sure that was a mistake. I think the suit was designed from the beginning to be used the way it was.
Oh shit.
Celeste and Hifumi took the suit they'd specially designed and stuffed Hiro into it. That's how they were able to fake that whole thing. And the point of it all was to make us believe whoever was in the suit was to blame.
Well then, I suppose this is checkmate.
Checkmate?
Oh shit.
Don't make me laugh, you idiot! What do you mean, checkmate?
Oh shit, look at her.
Celeste? Clearly, you want to cram me into your little guilty box. Well, there's one little problem.
I love her.
Have you already forgotten what Hifumi told us as he lay dying?
Who attacked you? Who tried to kill you? Who killed me? That's why I don't remember their name. Yasuhiro.
When we asked him who had attacked him, his answer was quite clear, was it not? He said, and I quote, Yasuhiro. In other words, Yasuhiro Kagakure!
Right! But my name isn't really Yasuhiro! It's actually Taro!
Your confusing statements
What?
don't make any sense. You're only making things more complicated.
Fuck.
He did say Yasuhiro, but are we sure he was really pointing the finger at Hiro?
What the hell are you talking about? I'll burn you alive!
burn you alive.
Kyoko, what do you
fuck?
mean by that?
Celeste. Oh my god.
Think back to how Hifumi used to talk to us.
Oh shit, yeah,
How did he
always
refer to each of us?
he used people's last names.
I got it!
Oh shit,
That's
but he
right.
said his first name.
Our last names. He called us all by our last names.
Exactly. I know I heard him say Mr. Naegi more than once, for example.
Oh fuck.
So if Hifumi did mean to say Hiro's name, he would have said his last name, Hagakure.
I'm sure it was just incidental. By chance, his first name. Indecent?
Don't talk.
Don't talk.
Random chance. Now isn't that a convenient explanation? No. There's no reason to think he would have said the name any different than normal. But he must have run out of energy before he could say any more.
Oh,
So
shit.
Hifumi was trying to tell us the last name of whoever killed him?
But the name he said doesn't apply to anyone here.
We don't know Celeste's last
no.
name. though.
Hold on.
Oh, we do. But
And
like,
that's Celeste. She never actually told us what her real name is.
is her name Celeste Yasuhiro?
What did you think? You'd take your false accusation so far, I don't know whether to laugh or spit!
Her voice acting is so
Come
good,
on.
dude.
Enough with your idiotic blather. Yasuhiro is a loser's name. Do I look like a loser to you? Well, do I?
Yes.
What? I think I've earned the right to be a little on edge.
Okay, then fill us in. What's your real name?
Ooh.
Fine. Make sure your ear holes are wide open
Wide
and listen up.
open.
My real name is Celestia Ludenberg. Could you please stop making me repeat myself over and over again?
E-handbook. 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 Bitch.
Hifumi was trying to tell us something. He wanted us to know the killer's last name, Yasuhiro.
Oh shit.
If there's one person here who might have that last
Book.
name,
It would have to be you, Celeste. You haven't told anyone what your real name is.
How many times do I have to tell you? My name is
Here she goes.
Celestia Ludenberg. God damn it!
It's upside down.
How long do you plan to go on pretending?
I love it when Master
I'm not
yells at
pretending.
people.
It's
Oh,
the
that was
truth.
probably Genocide Jack.
And
What the fuck?
since you have no way to contradict me,
Bitch. Bitch.
No, that's wrong.
E-handbook. Bitch. I love her, but I also hate her.
That's it.
Like, I
The
love her so
handbook.
much, and I'm also like, bitch.
what?
Anytime you turn your handbook on, it shows the owner's name when it boots up, right? Monokuma told us all about it before.
Yeah. Oh shit.
So all we have to do is check her. That's how we can find out Celeste's real name.
That's an invasion of privacy. I refuse to cooperate.
and that's
Celeste, can you please just tell us what really happened? Please, just tell us.
it. Makoto, that's not gonna get her to say it. It's like, come on, please. I'm asking nicely. Just tell us you murdered. Just
Even
tell us.
when I'm put in check,
Just
it's
tell us.
just
Come
my
on.
nature
You
not
know,
to give up.
Just be nice. Tell us. Like, what the fuck, Makoto? How is that gonna help?
Because until the game's over, you never know what might happen.
Fine then. Let me settle it. Let me go over the case again, from the
God.
beginning, and shed light on all your crimes. And that'll bring everything to an
Am I gonna
end.
do the comic? Okay, here we go. Wow, what an amazing face right here. Seriously, look at that. Look at that. What the fuck? Okay. Alright, so. Okay, so what happens first? The poster. Look at that face. What a, oh man. I have no fucking clue, dude. What is this? Or are they shaking hands? I don't know, we'll see. Okay, and then... Hero walks in, right? Like this? This is confusing. Is it this? He's like, you know, this is confusing, dude. Let's see. So they put him in the suit. They take the picture. Oops. So he checks his watch. He fucking hits him. Shit. This. And then Celeste shows the picture, and Makoto's like, that's a cute picture of Makoto. He's like, oh, what the fuck? What is this? What is happening here? Oh, this is them. I am confused. Hold on. Wow, amazing. Look at this. I love the art. The art is so good, dude. It's amazing. Okay, anyway. What? I'm so confused. Maybe this. Wait a minute. This is number 4. It's this, isn't it? Yep, it's that one. Okay. God, this is really confusing, dude. Fuck. I hate doing this. Yeah, cause he faked his own death right here, and then he threw the ball. Not that dumb. He flew the blood around. What is this? Fucking look at this. All right, this is this part here. That. Okay, then this is this because she killed Hifumi. What is the time? The time was Hifumi used the crystal ball. The time. Because, like, it was 1 in the morning. Oh, is it this? Is this it here? Because he came at 1 in the morning. That's when they told him to come. So what is this? What is him sweating? You know, like what is this? Poster. I'm confused. I'm very confused. You know what? I'll just put this here and I'll see I'll see if I'm right. I don't know. I'm probably not right. We'll just see.
Before anything, the killer persuaded someone to help carry out the murder. And that person was...
God damn it. Okay, it's just a picture of him. That must be it. So it's this one, but I have to go get it. Oh shit! Hold on. It's this. This is the picture of it for me. I got the first one fucking wrong. It's this. Yeah, because they're okay. Yep, they're shaking hands, and then this one could just be. I don't know. I'm just gonna put this here because I don't fucking know.
Here's exactly what happened.
I don't. The person was in Fumi's back.
Before anything, the killer persuaded someone to help carry out the murder.
And that person was Hifumi. Dude, this fucking face, I love it.
With an accomplice, the killer was able to execute a number of otherwise impossible schemes.
Yup, okay, it was 1 o'clock.
First, they convinced someone to meet them in the rec room last night at 1 in the morning.
Rip.
That someone they met with was Hiro. The murderous duo intended to pass Hiro off as the prime suspect. So when they met up with him,
I really hope I'm right. I don't want to have to.
They drugged him, knocked him out, and stuffed him into the Robo-Justice suit.
Nice.
Next, Hifumi positioned himself to make it look like Robo-Justice was attacking him, while the killer used a digital camera to take pictures of the assault. They did all this just to create evidence that would put the suspicion on Hiro. When they were done with him, they shoved him, still unconscious, into the pool room locker.
Nice, okay, and then at 6 in the morning.
And then finally, at 6 a.m., they moved into the murder phase of their plan. They called Taka to the equipment room.
Ouch. Ouchies.
And that's where Hifumi killed him, making it the scene of the first murder.
Okay. Yeah, tell me, please. I'm curious.
The murder weapon was Justice Hammer 4, which was left there in the equipment room.
Really?
The reason Hammer number 4 was used
because
was
of
to
how
create
confusing
confusion
it is?
So, next they falsified 2
I mean,
more
I
assault
thought it was
incidents.
confusing, but not too bad.
For these attacks, the killers pretended to be the victims to solidify Robo-Justice as the suspect. The first fake incident was the attack in the rec room. There, the killers wanted us to see Justice Hammer 1 and the Robo-Justice pictures they'd taken. They wanted to make sure we bought the surprise attack story. The second fake incident was the attack in the library. This time, they planted Justice Hammer 2 and an injured Hifumi to sell us that story. With these 2 incidents, the killers were able to create a certain preconception in our minds that the suspect was increasing the size of the hammers and attacking people in order as they did. We fell right into their trap and started looking for the suspect based on that. But
no. Okay, what is this part? So instead of the hammer, so we fell into their trap. Hifumi was because we found Hifumi. That's right. He wasn't dead yet. He was there. I forgot about that. I totally forgot about that part. Is it this? Did we find him? His backpack, you know? Oh, and then this. Right?
the killer is you!
You!
So, for these attacks,
Oh my God.
the killers, the first fake incident,
I had to listen to the whole thing over. Fuck. What is this part? What? Oh, it was Justice Hammer 3. Right? Because... yeah, it was Justice Hammer 3. Because, like... That's the one... Because Celeste was attacked with number 1. But what was 2? What was Justice Hammer number 2? God, I forget. Which one was just what did Justice Hammer number 2 do? Was that no, that's the one that just hit Ifumi on the head, is this one. Right? And then 3... Yeah, Hifumi's first attack was 2. And then 3 was this one. When he was actually quote-unquote killed. Okay, I think I get it. Oh my god. Jesus Christ. Is that right? Yes! Okay, yep. Justice, the pictures are confusing, dude.
While we did that, we left Hifumi alone in the nurse's office.
Right.
This was exactly what Hifumi was hoping for. He took a blood packet from the refrigerator and Justice Hammer 3 turned the room into a crime scene, in which he himself
so why do people not like this chapter?
brutally
Because it's confusing?
He let out a scream to draw us back, and when we returned, that's what we found. Meanwhile, the other group that had been out searching found Taka's body at the same time. So when we heard the body discovery announcement, we naturally assumed it was for Hifumi.
Yeah.
We left the nurse's office, and Hifumi once again took advantage of the situation. He simply got up and made his escape.
Right.
When we learned his body had disappeared, we all rushed back to the nurse's office. And once again, Hifumi had the chance he was waiting for. This time, he snuck into the equipment room. He wrapped Taka's body in a tarp and used the dolly to move it all the way down to the repository. That explains how each of the bodies disappeared. But even Hifumi didn't know what the true killer had in mind for their final act.
Oh shit. Rip.
Their plan all along was to kill Hifumi, and they did it using an ordinary, everyday hammer from the repository. That should cover everything that happened in this case. And the villain behind it all is...
Celeste! Oh! Makoto, no! Oh shit!
Celeste! Sorry, you lose.
I'm so sad. I can't believe it was Celeste. I cannot believe it was Celeste.
Lost? I lost? When was the last time I was forced to utter such words?
She never loses.
They hang heavy around my neck.
Then you admit it? You're the killer?
Listen to you, trying to take charge, as if you're my private instructor. I, Celestia Ludenberg.
Is she gonna say her name?
No. Taiko Yasuhiro is fine.
Taiko Yasuhiro.
Taiko?
So, you finally accepted it.
Taiko Yasuhiro.
I'm the kind of person, once I've lost, I don't like things to drag on.
Wait, she doesn't actually have that accent?
Interesting.
She faked the accent? Are you serious? A B B A B B A A. Fuck yeah. Oh, we did better than last time. Did better than the first one too. That was good.
Okay, Monokuma. I'm ready to begin.
Holy shit, she doesn't even have the accent?
Or, no. I suppose this is the end, isn't it?
That's a good point. I really liked Celeste. I'm very sad. I just want you to know that.
It is indeed the moment we've all been waiting for.
I'm very
Time
sad.
to vote.
I liked her a lot. I'm like, I feel like I've been fooled because I literally didn't think that she was
please
faking her
locate your
entire
lever
identity.
and cast your vote.
She was my favorite. Was there any time during the time you were thinking, like, when I said that Celeste is my favorite, you're like, oh shit, you're gonna be so disappointed, Lily? Because I am. I'm very disappointed.
And when the votes are tallied, who will become the blackened?
I loved her. I loved her. I'm so sad, dude. I'm so
make
fucking
the right
sad.
choice or the dreadfully wrong one.
We already fucking know Monokuma. I almost called him Makuma. Oh my god, I'm so sad. I can't believe you guys were like... Oh shit, here we go. I loved her, she was my favorite. I feel like I was fooled.
What?
You're totally correct. The Blackened, this time, the true killer who devised the whole stinking scheme was Celestia Ludenberg, or more precisely, Taiko Yasuhiro.
Honestly.
I lost. Oh, I shouldn't do the accent anymore. I lost. Well, that sucks. I guess trying to work with someone was a mistake after all. Hifumi's ineptitude was beyond all my calculations.
I knew it.
So you really did approach Hifumi with this plan. Then how did you get him to agree? I can't imagine he would have happily agreed to commit murder. I'm sure she relied on her specialty, lying. My specialty? Don't make me laugh. I don't have to lie to get him to agree.
So then...
Then did you use, you know... I knew you'd figure it out, Kyoko. You're absolutely right. To get Hifumi to act as my accomplice,
Indeed.
I used her. For everyone who's still left, I avoided mentioning it by name, but it was the one Hifumi and Taka were both super into. Does she mean... She talking about alter ego?
Say what?
Oh shit! No, she's gonna reveal alter ego!
Just a second.
Don't interrupt. We're in the middle of a very important conversation here. Oh shit.
In other words...
The new one who stole it?
Indeed.
That's right.
I see.
Just to drag Hifumi into the plan you come up with. Right again. Last night, after we had a meeting about how it disappeared, I paid Hifumi a little visit. What are you doing here?
Actually...
I was hoping I could talk to you. Alone. It is about what we stolen. I know who did it.
What?
Are you okay with this?
It was Taka. He stole it.
So
And
then...
I have proof. Would you like to see it? As it turned out, I'd found a use for the digital camera. I'd taken you-know-what to Taka's room earlier and took pictures of it there. I deleted the picture as soon as I showed it to Hifumi, of course.
Damnation!
So it was him! But how did he do it? She was supposed to yell if either of us got close to her. You are correct, which is why Taka forced me to steal it.
Say what?
As for me...
Please forgive me. He threatened me.
Oh.
As for
He
me...
came to my room last night unannounced, and it was hard for him to say. He abused me.
What?
And he took pictures. He said if I do not as he asked, he would show them to everyone. So I had no choice.
Damnation!
That's crime. An absolute crime. I knew he'd gone a little crazy, but...
Say what?
I never imagined he would go that far. It was amazing how completely he bought it. I can't express how enjoyable that was. I'm about to say something I've never said before in my life. The N-word. I'm gonna kill him. I'm gonna fucking kill him.
Most
Wait,
unfortunate.
please, if you go now, you'll be playing right into his hands. Huh?
Actually...
Taka is planning to use her to escape. He has made you his target.
What?
Escape? You don't mean Taka's going to try to kill you.
God
God damn it, Hifumi. I knew you were better than this. That bastard. Bastard.
Honestly.
Can we allow him to continue with these barbaric acts? Absolutely not. How could I? She...
I swear I will save her!
Actually...
Then would you like to join me? It just so happens I've come up with a plan. Huh? I have devised a way to reclaim that what he has stolen and escape this dreadful sphere. And with that, it is complete. What are you talking about? Oh, nothing. Hifumi agreed without a second thought. The effect that item had on him was remarkable. The power of love, even a love as twisted as it can still drive people mad, it would seem. You disgust me.
I see.
I have another question for you. Was that strange costume Hifumi's creation?
Indeed.
Yeah, it was a real pain in the butt too. All I asked him was make something to hide the face and general body size, but he had no idea he'd make something like that. But it was my fault for picking him in the first place.
But...
So why'd you decide to make me the suspect? Because you're stupid. That's it?
Let's see...
And in that regard, I made the very right choice. I'm so glad your stupidity surpassed me in every expectation. Life must have been rough on your parents, though. I feel like I could cry. And when you were explaining your plan to Hifumi, how did you explain the part about him playing dead? What she's asking is, what was Hifumi supposed to do about that, assuming you actually let him live?
Are you okay
That's
with it?
simple. After he did his part and pretended to be dead, once someone showed up, I told him he'd be seriously wounded, was on the verge of death, and he barely held on. And you really believe that? Well, of course. He wasn't all there to do it. That wasn't all there was to it. As I explained it to Hifumi, the plan was, while you were all questioning him about what had happened to him, I was going to murder someone else. At that point, Hifumi would have an alibi, so nobody could doubt him. I told him that, and he believed it. It all seems very straightforward, stereotypical. I just matched the lie to level the opponent. In fact, Hifumi ate it up. He believed the lie wholeheartedly, right up until the moment of his death.
So in the end...
So you had planned to kill him all along. But of course, there would have been no point to my plan if the one who pretended to be dead did not end up dead himself.
What the heck?
How can a human life mean so little to you?
Well,
It's a non-issue. I simply did everything in my power to win.
Don't be mean!
Now you sound like Byakuya.
I wonder about that.
No, he derives his pleasure from the thrill of the hunt. In that aspect, we are nothing alike.
Why?
Then, what made you take things so far?
What the heck?
Was it really just for money? Are you talking about the $10 million Monokuma offered us? It is a lot of money, it's true. But that's not all there is to it. From the moment our new life began here, my only thought has been escape.
But...
All you along, you've been saying how we should simply accept living.
You little bitch!
Obviously that was a lie.
Hey!
I couldn't take it. I hated it from day one. More than anyone else in here. I wanted to get out. Every day was fresh torture. And you want to know why? Huh?
This is fine.
Because I had a dream. And accepting a life here would have meant nothing less than giving up my dream forever.
Honestly.
And there was no way that I could ever do that. In the underground world of gambling, I risked my life to make a metaphorical killing.
As for me...
And it was all for that dream. And what was that dream of yours?
Isn't it wonderful?
To live in a European castle. A castle? And to gather handsome men from all over the world to serve as my butlers/bodyguards. I was going to make them dress up like vampires and satisfy my every needs. Once I obtained that, I would have created a perfectly aesthetic world of decadence.
This is fine.
Living the rest of my life, there was only one dream, my only goal. That's what life is all about! Combined with my own winnings, Monokuma's $10 million would have made that dream a reality. I got right to the edge, but...
There is nothing to be
Unfortunately,
done.
my dream has been scattered to the wind. Still, I don't have any regrets. Pursued my dream to the very end, so why would I?
Just the worst.
You sound so passionate, but were you really able to kill your own friends for it?
Oh,
Are you asking me to feel guilty? That's a pointless endeavor. I feel nothing. I think nothing of sacrificing others for my own ends. I feel nothing.
do you understand?
That's all there is to me. That's what makes me complete. Isn't it terrifying how different our values are? There's simply no room for understanding. Here, I'm gonna be like 2 seconds. I'll be right back. Sorry, I'll be like literally 1 second. Okay, I'm back. Sorry, I had to feed my dog. I realized that it was 6. Okay.
What is this?
That's what we should be saying. And plus, how can you be so calm? Don't you realize you're about to die? Why aren't you scared? My ability to lie is unraveled. And I take pride in that. It's not just other people. I can even fool my own emotions. The conscious deviates the unconscious. And that's why you're not scared?
Yes,
That's
indeed.
right. I don't fear death. Kill me however you like. But you know, if I could be reincarnated, if I had a choice, then
Isn't it
I
wonderful?
think I would like to come back as Marie Antoinette.
Hey!
You just get executed again. Celeste smiled then. And when she did, it looked to me like a poor effort to force it. She claimed she could fool her own feelings, but that statement itself must have been her final lie. That weak fake smile is what betrayed her.
Thrills! Chills!
You all done?
Kills!
Okay, let's get rolling. The blackened deserve the peace and must pay the price.
Now then, I prepared a very special punishment.
For her, the ultimate gambler.
Let's give it everything we've got. It's punishment time!
I guess I'll let Kyoko hold on to this. What?
Is this
Will it really give you the hope you're looking for? I can't say I ever saw it that way. Which is why... Actually, it's not important. Well then, take care, everyone. Perhaps we'll meet again. In another life.
I love her. Oh, I'm so sad, dude. I'm so sad. Her voice is even better than the one with the... Game over. Celeste has been found guilty. Time for the punishment. Oh. Oh shit, here we go. What's it gonna be? Oh shit. She's living in a castle. The burning of the Versailles witch. What the fuck? I was not expecting that. Holy shit. I was not expecting that at all. What? Holy shit. That was great. That was so good. I can tell why. That's so funny. I was not expecting that at all. It's over. The third execution is over. Celeste's death is over. Celeste killed my friend, so I can't pity her, but I also can't deny that at one point I considered her a friend too. Yeah, you're the one talking. And for him to just come along and... Isn't it just awful? Someone couldn't cut free from their regrets to the outside world, so more people had to die.
Extreme!
Yeah, exactly. You're right. Yeah, she was tricked into thinking that she would actually have a meaningful death, and then she just fucking got hit by a fire truck. You guys are still young. You need to place more value on your lives.
What are you gonna do?
Jeez, and I thought you guys were gonna pass the torch of hope on to the next generation.
Let me out of here!
What do I care about hope? I'll throw it in the trash if you let me out of here.
Too bad.
You're all the embodiment of hope, whether you like it or not. It's my destiny to knock you down one by one. It's sad, yes it is, but that reality just can't be avoided. Don't talk to me like you're not responsible. How long are you gonna make us keep going through this? What do you want from us? God, I'm so sick of people asking me that. Give it a rest already. So anyway, Kyoko, did I see you got some kind of key type object from Celeste?
Hey!
So what's the deal with that?
What?
Huh? What's the matter?
So then,
I'll answer your question if you answer mine.
you...
What did you do? What did you do to me?
Ooh.
What?
Hey,
Answer me. What did you do to my body?
Ooh. How exciting.
Oh man, oh jeez, oh man, oh jeez, what do you mean, what did I do? I have no idea, I don't know anything about it. What was that just now? The mastermind did something to Kyoko's body? What does that mean?
Hello.
Okay, things are getting kind of awkward. I think it's about time I get out of here.
Well?
Meanwhile, you guys can go on enjoying your school life. If you get lonely, give me a shout. Not that I'll do anything about it, of course.
See ya later!
Monokuma disappeared, leaving us all depressed and in despair. Although it wasn't all despair, there was one small hope. Hey, Kyoko, Monokuma already mentioned it, but what's that key Celeste gave you?
so...
Most likely, it's the key to one of the dressing room lockers.
Huh?
Huh? Huh? Then that means Celeste will be hidden in there.
Hey,
I suppose some... Oh! Alter ego. I suppose sometimes it's easiest to miss what's right beneath your nose. Well then, we better go check.
Indeed.
Good idea. It's alter ego! We left the courtroom and rushed to the dressing room. As we approached the dressing room, Kyoko looked back at us and said,
Hey,
I'm going in to go alone from here. Everyone else head to the dining hall. I'll check in with you later.
What?
What? Why exactly are you going in alone?
so...
Did you even have to ask? As she spoke, she glanced quickly at the surveillance camera.
Come on.
That's not what I mean. Why you? There's still the risk of a spy, you know. Then I'll go too.
What?
You? Please let me go. Standing here arguing is just going to draw more attention to us.
Goodbye.
Huh. Do whatever you want. Thank you, Byakuya.
well then.
And it's up to you now.
Yo!
I'm going to go to the dining hall, okay? Huh? So Makoto and Kyoko are going to go together? Does that mean what I think it means?
Okay.
Good luck, Makoto. Girls like her are total pushovers that will show you a little backbone. I tried to forget what Hina said. Everyone headed to the dining hall, leaving me and Kyoko there alone.
Shall we go?
Well, shall we? Yeah.
So
We
then,
need to get to that locker. Kyoko took the key Celeste had given her and unlocked the door. As the locker swung open, we saw...
You really came!
Yay! Good morning! It's been a while, hasn't it? It's safe, thank goodness. I never heard Kyoko so relieved. It was like she was speaking from the bottom of her heart. I did just what Celeste asked. I didn't say a word. I stayed quiet the entire time.
No.
Oh, and I think I might be able to open the last set of files soon. Maybe as early as tomorrow. I'm doing my best, so please wait a little longer. So now we can officially say the case is closed. As far as this incident is concerned, sure, but can we take a second? Since we have this opportunity, I want you to be honest with me. Kyoko, please tell me, what are you trying to do on your own all through this school? Is that why you wanted to come here with me?
However...
Regardless, that's not something we need to know right now. I don't need to know? It just makes me even more worried.
What?
Worried? Like what happened during the investigation this time. You disappeared. We didn't see you again, without warning, without explanation. When you do that...
Indeed.
It's only natural that they think I'm the mastermind spy, right? You two. No! I believe in you.
What?
You believe in me? Isn't it obvious? People believe in their friends, right? That's why I want you to tell me. I want you to believe in me too. Because we're friends. I understand.
It's true.
Then maybe I can believe in you. Just a little bit more. Then...
That's fine.
Fine. I'll tell you. I'll tell you why I've been disappearing and where I've been going. You see... What I heard from Kyoko then was... Well, frankly, it kind of blew my mind. Right after I told Kyoko I believed in her, she told me a story that was, well, almost unbelievable. I decided I had to confirm what she told me with my own two eyes, so I waited for nighttime to come. And when it did, I went into action.
Correct.
The boys' bathroom in the second floor doesn't have a surveillance camera or monitor on it, and in the storage closet there, way in the back... She said it was away in the back of the boys... What? What? What's going on? It's just a normal storage closet as far as I can tell. The secret Kyoko told me about, could it really been hidden in here? There's a door. She said it was way in the back of the storage closet. I mean, seriously? Without thinking, I placed my hand in the back of the storage closet, and suddenly, as if I were being yanked in, ka-shunk! At the same time I heard that sound, I fell through the wall. I had no idea what was going on. I had fallen through the back of the storage closet. Huh? It turned out, the back wall was like a revolving door, and I made my way into the other side. Just like Kyoko had said.
Correct.
In the boys' bathroom on the second floor, there's a storage closet. In the way back of that closet, there's a secret room. So this is the secret room, but what's in here? What the fuck? What the fuck? It's a normal desk with normal drawers. There's a bunch of files, what look like volume after volume of yearbooks. They're all covered in dust. Looking at everything, one file on the edge of the bookshelf caught my eye. Hope Speak Academy Student Registry? There's one thing only not covered in dust. Someone had been looking at it recently? I slipped the file into my hand. Before I had a chance to take a look at it, a slip of paper fell out of the file and I turned my attention to it. What's this? You must not leave. It's kind of weird. I would understand if it said, like, I can't leave, but you must not leave? What is this? My head feels funny. A strange sensation. It's like deja vu. Those words, you must not leave. I've seen them somewhere before, but I can't quite remember. What do I know? What don't I know? Oh, what the fuck? What? A strange sound rang out through my head. I felt like I was shaking my brain back and forth, and then... darkness. I don't understand what's happening. I don't know what started it. It's all over. And with that, I opened my eyes. I don't know how long it had been. Ow. Apparently something hit me and I lost my consciousness. That's all I understood. The dull throbbing pain in my head proved that much at least. Everything's gone. What the fuck? An empty bookshelf. Huh? Empty? Gone. It's all gone. The yearbooks, the student registry, and even the note that had fallen on the floor. It's all gone? What does this mean? My brain refused to do any of the work. The insistent pain in my head began to spread across the rest of my body. For now, I should go back to my room and get some rest. My body was heavy with pain, my mind heavy with thought. I dragged myself back towards my room. Somehow, I made it back to the first time unknown. I made it back to the first floor of the room. The further I walked, the more I felt. Things are getting blurry. I can't see in front of me. I couldn't stop myself from collapsing right there. And after that... Huh? As if from a vast distance, I heard a sound. It was faint but undeniable. That sound, it's coming from the gym? As I desperately hauled my shaky frame towards the gym, the sound got stronger and stronger. What the fuck? What's going on? It can't be nothing. Here in the gym? Oh, I'm scared, dude. I'm scared. I didn't make a sound as I opened the door to the gym. The sounds coming in from inside, meanwhile, only intensified it much more. Oh shit, what the fuck? Before me raged a battle beyond anything humanly possible. One side's not human, that's for sure, but regardless, I couldn't stop staring. I forgot to move or even breathe.
Why, you? What do you think you're doing? I asked you a question. What's the meaning of this? How dare you defy me? This wasn't part of the deal!
Is Sakura the spy? The deal?
I've made a decision. I will no longer retreat, no longer compromise, no longer regret. I've made my decision. I'm going to resist you.
Wow, it's
Okay.
Sans Undertale. Look at her face, look at her eyes.
But you do
Alright,
realize
I
what will
regret
happen
making that
if you
joke.
go
Anyway.
through with this, right? You haven't forgotten, have you? What I'm holding hostage?
What am I looking at? What am I hearing? A hostage? Then could it be? The mastermind spy is... What? Sakura's the spy? I like Sakura. I like Sakura! Please don't let her be the spy. Super Riddler Justice, god damn it.